In the days when the judges ruled Israel, life was marked by instability, foreign oppression, and frequent famine. It was during one of these hard times that a family from Bethlehem, the house of bread, was forced to leave in search of survival. Elimelech, his wife Naomi, and their two sons Mahlon and Chilion journeyed eastward to Moab, a neighboring land often hostile to Israel. Though Moab was fertile, it was a foreign land with different gods and customs, and Naomi's family lived there as outsiders. In the midst of their struggle to adapt, tragedy struck. Elimelech died, leaving Naomi a widow in an unfamiliar place. Her two sons later married Moabite women, Orpah and Ruth, but after 10 years, both sons also died without children. Naomi was left bereft, without husband, without sons, and without security in a land not her own. Hearing that the famine in Judah had ended, Naomi resolved to return to Bethlehem. Her daughters-in-law wept with her at the thought of separation, but Naomi urged them to remain in Moab, where they could remarry and rebuild their lives. Orpah reluctantly kissed her goodbye, but Ruth clung to Naomi with remarkable devotion. In one of the most powerful pledges in Scripture, Ruth declared her unshakable loyalty. She would go wherever Naomi went, live among Naomi's people, and worship Naomi's God. This was more than affection. It was a wholehearted choice to leave behind her own culture and gods, and to embrace the God of Israel. Together, the two women journeyed back to Bethlehem, where the townspeople were stirred at Naomi's return. Feeling the weight of her losses, Naomi told them to call her Mara, meaning bitter, for she felt that the Lord had dealt bitterly with her. Yet Ruth remained by her side, embodying faithfulness and quiet strength. To provide for them, Ruth went out during the barley harvest to glean leftover stalks of grain, as Israel's law allowed the poor, widows, and foreigners to do. By God's providence, she found herself in the fields of Boaz, a wealthy landowner and relative of Elimelech. Boaz soon noticed Ruth's hard work and her reputation for loyalty to Naomi. He spoke kindly to her, ensured her safety among his workers, and instructed his men to leave extra grain for her to gather. Ruth returned home with an abundance, and Naomi recognized that God's hand of favor was at work through Boaz, who was a potential kinsman redeemer. In Israelite custom, a close relative could redeem land, preserve the family line, and even marry a widow to protect the family's inheritance. Following Naomi's guidance, Ruth approached Boaz humbly at the threshing floor, asking him to spread his garment over her, a symbolic appeal for protection and marriage. Boaz was deeply moved by her courage and virtue, but he explained that there was a nearer relative with the first right to redeem. The next day, at the town gate where legal matters were settled, Boaz offered this nearer kinsman the chance to redeem Naomi's family land. When the man declined, Boaz publicly declared his commitment to redeem Ruth, and the elders and townspeople blessed the union. Soon after, Boaz and Ruth were married, and the Lord blessed them with a son named Obed. The women of Bethlehem rejoiced, telling Naomi that she now had a redeemer through this child. Naomi, once empty and bitter, now held her grandson in her arms, restored to joy and hope. Obed became the father of Jesse, who was the father of King David. From this unlikely union of an Israelite man and a Moabite woman came the royal lineage that led to Jesus Christ, the Redeemer of the world. The story of Naomi and Ruth is one of profound faithfulness, providence, and redemption. It begins with famine, loss, and despair, yet it unfolds into blessing, hope, and restoration. Ruth's steadfast love for Naomi and her bold decision to embrace the God of Israel stand as a testament to loyalty and courage. Boaz's integrity and generosity demonstrate God's provision through human kindness. And Naomi's journey from bitterness to joy shows that even in the darkest seasons, God is at work weaving his purposes. Ultimately, the book of Ruth points us beyond itself, reminding us that God welcomes outsiders, redeems the broken, and fulfills his promises in ways we could never foresee. If you are loving this video, please hit both that subscribe and like button to help this message to spread far and wide. Check out the rest of the Bible Stories playlist to enjoy heartwarming events of the Bible brought alive. Thank you for supporting the Wake Up channel. God bless you.